Hi guys. I've been playing around with VO lately, with VO 2 and 3. And just to try to get a feel for it, I was used to Runway Gen 3, Gen 4. And I do really like some of the things that I found. Now, I want to mention that right now there's, at least at the time I'm recording this, there is an offer for a free month of the Google AI Pro plan, which is part of Google One. And that gets you 1,000 AI credits. And I don't want to take too much time here. What I would like to do is jump on over and take a look at Flow, which is where you can use the VO2 engine as well as VO3, and have the options for text to video as well as frame to video, depending on the model that you're using. So let's go there now. Okay, so here we are. We're at labs.google FX Tools Flow. And then I've started a project which gets me into this page. I've selected the option for frames to video. And I'm using the VO2 fast model. Now from here, you can put a start frame and an end frame, and then any text that you want to try to influence the AI's decision and what to do with that would go in there. And I'm going to put the first one in, put in a prompt, and we'll be right back. So here's the image I chose. I kind of like it. I like how the Milky Way is shown in it, as well as the setting sun. And I imagine this as the beginning of the end of the world. So I decided to pick a tricky prompt, and I have no idea if it's going to be able to do anything close to what I suggest, but we're going to find out. So let's move into the prompt. As you can see, I've loaded the first frame here, which is our image. I do not have a second or an end frame because that would cause the image to have to match that at the end. So I want to leave it open. My prompt is: the heavens open, stars fall, waters retreat, and the fires of the end times start to cover the earth. We'll find out what happens. So I'm going to hit generate. This typically takes about a minute, so I'm going to be right back with you. And here we are, we're back. As you can see, we have the end result showing up here along with our prompt. And I'm going to play it now so we can watch the results. Well, stars are falling. She seems pretty amazed by it and walking out into the ocean. Maybe she knows it's coming and it's time to go drown. Okay, well, not the best results, but it was a very tricky prompt. Most AI generators right now, the more you feed them, unless it's specific details about the image itself, they're kind of hit and miss. But I am very happy with what I was able to get earlier when I was testing this out. And I ran 10 images. There were several clips that I felt like I could use maybe the complete clip for. Not necessarily true with the text to video with the VO3 fast model, which I'll show you those as well. But let's just jump into that. And we'll take a look together, and I think you'll be fairly pleased as I was. We'll see what happens. All right, so I've loaded up the results that I was able to get, and we'll just view these together. They're all about 8-second clips, I believe, 7 or 8 seconds. And I thought I did a nice job. I'm not going to cover the prompting too much. It basically did what I asked. For instance, this one I asked 2 women having a conversation. And I thought it did a really nice job. Now, there's no sound on VO2. That's part of the VO3 model. This one was nice. The boy was supposed to take out an old-time pocket watch, which I just wanted to see if it could do. And obviously, he didn't get that far, but it was nicely stylized, good movement. I wasn't overly impressed with the cinematic landscape. I really like this Pixar style. was surprised that it was able to do something with just a design like this. Happy with the wing movement of the dragonfly on the Lotus. This was from an image that we did from an earlier video. I just decided to go ahead and run it, and that's how it came out. It came out very nice. I thought that had a nice effect. Really like old-time movie, kept the mood. I really appreciated this shot. The prompt was just two people hug. And a nice kind of illustrative animation of a child falling asleep. All right, so now let's take a look at the text-to-video VO3 fast model, which also generates sounds for you. And I went with kind of a James Bond spy theme. I'm not going to cover all the prompts. They were a little bit lengthy because I was trying to direct the different shots and what was expected: a motorcycle chase, a boat chase, a chase across a rooftop. And what I'm going to play are 6 clips that it generated. Some are quite funny, and you can see where it struggles. And then I'll show you what I edited out of it, not to make an actual feature, but just to clean it up so you could see these, how the parts that could be used. So let's take a look at them and see what we think. A nice motorcycle chase. I can handle what that came up with. I was going for an action film. We've got the motorcycle somehow ending up on the roof, almost crashing into a table. Really weird looking jumps and roof tiles falling off, but the background looks really nice. A chase scene, he was supposed to throw someone through the sky light there. Instead, you get some shattering. Then you get a boat chase, a missile out of thin air, and an explosion. This one, a boat crashes, but you have a mirror image boat that somehow falls into the scene. And so that's what we got to work with. The nice thing is you don't have to deal with any sound effects being added and all that kind of doctoring in your edit. But what can you create, with that? Now, this is the fast model. It's not the quality model. Quality model, you're going to spend 5 times the compute units for it. And it's just like anything else. Every 7 seconds, you have to evaluate it and maybe have to run it again. For the purpose of this tutorial, I don't have the budget for that. So we're stuck with what we're stuck with. But now I'll show you, once it was edited up, how much usable footage came out of those 6 clips. So I chopped it up a little bit and used what I could, kind of spliced it together. I had to zoom in to get rid of some of the stuff I didn't like on a few of the shots. But here's what I was able to use out of it in a quick edit. Obviously, this is not telling a story. Think of it as a movie trailer or something like that. And there we go. So what do you think? Why don't you leave me some comments in the comment section and tell me what you prefer. There's benefits to all of that. It's just having fun right now. And I just like to see how it just seems like week by week we get new and new technology and abilities to get a little deeper creatively. So thank you for watching, and we'll check you next time. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Bye-bye.